Everyone knows that Roblox has a huge problem with hackers. But what happens when they destroy the whole game? Here are the biggest Roblox hackers of all time, from Tubers93 to Jenna to John Doe, starting with a hacker whose name sent chills through every Roblox player. Tubers93. The official account was made by a group of hackers on September 22nd, 2018, but his lore goes all the way back to 2017, where the same group of hackers destroyed an already existing game called Little Angels Daycare. The game was originally Everyone knows that Roblox has a huge problem with hackers. But what happens when they destroy the whole game? Here are the biggest Roblox hackers of all time, from Tubers93 to Jenna to John Doe, starting with a hacker whose name sent chills through every Roblox player. Tubers93. The official account was made by a group of hackers on September 22nd, 2018, but his lore goes all the way back to 2017, where the same group of hackers destroyed an already existing game called Little Angels Daycare. The game was originally made as a kid-friendly roleplay where everybody could hang out and spend time with their friends, but sadly it wouldn't stay like that for too long, as the Tubers93 group decided to completely ruin the game and scare innocent children. As time passed, the same group decided to hack some other Roblox games with poor security at the time, such as Animatronics World, High School Life RP, Koala Cafe, and many more. As expected, this brought a lot of attention to the group, causing a fellow creator to interview the Tubers93 in his video, where we could see that there were 8 different hackers behind the original Tubers93 hack.
And when did this all start? Like a year or two ago?
3 years ago, yeah. 3.
Are you still planning to troll or hack, I guess, in the future? Are you guys
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Little did anyone know at the time, this was just the beginning, and soon everyone would know their name, Tubers93.
Gamers, arm up, wanna buy the admin product. I just got this in Arsenal, like, yeah, sure. Okay, so I got admin or what? I think Arsenal just scammed me 80 Robux.
In September of 2019, Tubers93 group would go on to hack one of the biggest games at the time called Arsenal, where they would make a fake admin game pass, which cost only 80 Robux, and as expected, a lot of people bought this, including many innocent children on the Roblox platform, just to get scammed in the end. This caused a bunch of people to freak out, causing the actual group that the game pass was made under to get banned in the first few hours. And for the people who bought it, well, they just received an in-game skin, hammer, and 2 kill effects, which still didn't sit right with many Roblox players, as they never got a refund. But with Arsenal having over 6 billion visits, it's safe to say that Tubers93 started to gain a lot of attention, which made people curious as to what he would hack next. Little did anyone know, just a few days after the Arsenal incident, another huge game at the time, Meep City, would be hacked by the same group, but this time, they took things to a whole new level, leaving many children horrified with what they saw. In October of 2019, the group would successfully destroy Meep City's servers, as it would immediately teleport you to another game called Meep City 2 that was created by Tubers93. But the worst part is that the game wasn't really kid-friendly, to say the least, which is the reason why we had to blur it out. With the game reaching millions of visits and over 8,000 active players at one point, we could say that the Tubers93 group wasn't stopping anytime soon. Or are they? For the next 4 months, things were pretty quiet. Nothing was hacked by the group, and it looked like we would never hear from Tubers93 again, until they destroyed Meep City. But this time, they took things to a whole new level. As soon as you joined Meep City, it would immediately take you to the Tubers93 game, but this time, there were even worse things in the game, and we could clearly hear a sound in the background that isn't family-friendly at all. To make things even worse, immediately after you tried to leave the game, it would make you rejoin, making it almost impossible to leave the game, trapping you inside. The account Tubers93 got banned, and Meep City got privated until its developers could fix the game. However, there would be a huge reason why the Tubers93 group was trying to destroy Meep City, which we would talk about later, but it's safe to say that it will all make sense in the end. Although his account was terminated from Roblox for violating community guidelines, the group would soon come back, but this this time, they would actually try to help. In 2020, Tuber's 93 group would actually partner up with one of the most popular Roblox creators, Flamingo, to give out Robux to everyone. They would make a simple obby, and when you completed it, you would get a random amount of Robux sent to your account. And in the end, the whole group gave away over 150,000 Robux overnight, causing some huge creators to make a video on it.
And we hit the button, and now you are brought with this little Robux wheel. Click to spin, and I will win a certain amount of Robux. Just a complete random amount, I think. Let's see how much I got. 35 Robux.
However, they weren't done yet, as they would go back to hacking, and they would hack the official Roblox account and upload a bunch of random shirts on it. Compared to their other hacks, this was just a little troll that the Tubers 93 group pulled off, but at one point it got so bad that Roblox had to disable publishing any shirts, pants, and UGCs to the Roblox avatar shop until they fixed everything. And after this little hack, they would go quiet for over a year. However, that wasn't the end, as we never got an answer to our question. Why is Tubers 93 targeting Meep City this whole time?
Unlock your stay for less with app-exclusive prices. Download the free Booking.com app today.
Download Character AI today and see where the conversation takes you.
In February of 2022, Tubers 93 would start sending some creepy messages to Creekcraft mid-game, hacking the game and teleporting players to his other game called Meep City 4, which was just a copy of the previous one.
Actually hacked the Roblox Jenna game live on my stream. Now, I made a whole video talking about this last week.
However, things would get weird as Tubers 93 group said that they just sent messages and never teleported any players to the Meep City 4, meaning that there was somebody else doing it at the same time.
They changed his coins and his avatar, that was us. But when they got teleported to another game, because a lot of his viewers got teleported, that wasn't us. We don't know who did that.
However, things would take a completely different turn after Creekcraft decided to play another popular game called Guess the Logo, where he would be interrupted mid-stream by none other than Tubers 93 himself, with a message where he congratulated Creekcraft on bringing justice to the Meep City. Earlier in the stream, Creekcraft decided to expose Meep City by showing how many weird things were in the game, exposing it completely, causing Roblox to put it under review, where its creator had to remove the party feature where all of the online dating was going on. And as soon as the game came back, Creekcraft decided to explore it, where Tubers 93 would hack him again. While Creek was in the game, Tubers 93 group decided to remove his in-game coins, which dropped from 2 million all the way to 93 by the end of the stream. To make it even worse, they also changed his avatar to this bacon hair wearing a Spider-Man suit. Maybe at the end of the day, Tubers 93 wasn't so bad. He just wanted to get rid of an awful game so that he could keep children safe. I mean, Meep City is dead now, and the whole drop in players happened after Tubers 93. Is he actually the good guy? Well, I'll leave that on you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Tubers 93 didn't stop there, as he would hack another huge game, Find the Marker, and the whole stream would end with Creekcraft talking to the whole group on Discord.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up, Creek?
Hi.
Listen, Creek, I want to tell you something, alright? Both the accounts were us, but you see the person that teleported everybody to the fake Meep City game on like the Jenny game? That was not us. That was just a random guy who backdoored that game. But everything else was us.
This is the last time we heard from the Tubers 93 group, and it's safe to say that this time it's actually the end for the Tubers 93 lore, as they didn't hack a single game in the last 3 years. However, compared to Tubers 93, who brought chills to the whole Roblox community, there is someone who is even more popular than Tubers 93 will ever be: Jenna. The official Jenna account was made on July 12th, 2018, originally made by two huge creators, ZeroFix and Pancase, with one of their most popular series titled The Oh Dear, where Jenna was the main character. With their series achieving massive success by gathering over 10 million views, it didn't take long for them to double down on it by making The Oh Dear 2, Oh Dear 3, and Oh Dear 4, with ZeroFix making a bunch of animations featuring Jenna. All of these videos reached millions of views, which shows us just how famous Jenna really is. But in 2022, things would take a massive turn for Jenna, as she would become one of the most popular Roblox figures of all time.
Jenna got so angry that she decided to become a Roblox hacker. So she said that she was gonna hack all girls on January 1st.
By late January, Jenna was everywhere. Thousands of TikToks were made on her, and many of them had millions of views, and every single one of them would tell us that Jenna would come back to Roblox on 7th February, where she would hack every girl's account on Roblox. With this, the original creators of The Oh Dear decided to double down on the Jenna trend, where they would add weird descriptions to her profile featuring the numbers 7 and 8, as that was the day that Jenna was supposed to hack everyone. This huge wave of views caused a lot of people to upload videos on her, and like our previous case of Tubers93, Creekcraft was the biggest creator at the time, with his live streams reaching millions in a matter of days. And since Jenna would only hack girls, this made many children panic, as they would immediately change their avatars to boys in hopes of not getting hacked. To show you how big Jenna actually was, her Roblox profile had over 200,000 followers, with her game, which was just the default template, getting millions of visits. And all of this leaves us with just one question: what would actually happen on the 7th of February?
I was on Twitter when all of a sudden I got this message, and it said, "Real Roses, do not play Roblox on February 7th and 8th because there's a new hacker named Jenna. Can you make a video on her?"
The day of the end officially came. It was the 7th of February 2023, and to say the least, things didn't go as planned whatsoever. Many huge games featuring Jenna were published, getting millions of visits despite all of them being terrible, with only one game standing out, called Jenna's Story. However, that game didn't have anything to do with the hack, but in the end, somebody got hacked, and it was Jenna herself. It's still unknown how she got hacked, but most likely one of the owners fell for a scam, which stole Jenna's account details.
Didn't expect anyone to actually get hacked, because at the end of the day, this is just a fun TikTok rumor. Jenna's not actually a real hacker. We thought it was all just fun and games. Nothing bad would happen, right?
At the same time, Jenna's game got hacked by another hacker that we talked about earlier, Tubers93. Maybe Jenna was never actually a real hacker in the first place, and this was all just a lie. Well, yeah, Jenna was never a serious hacker, and she started off as a little TikTok prank. However, one thing is true for all of the older Roblox players who were playing at the time: Jenna still has a special place in their hearts, as her whole lore brings smiles to everyone. But what if I tell you that there is a hacker whose lore is even bigger than Jenna's has ever been? 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. The official 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 account was made on May 25th, 2010, which makes it one of the first Roblox accounts ever made. The creator of the account is John Shedletsky, the first official Roblox employee, which explains why 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 would bring so much attention in the first place. The first 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 account was made all the way back in 2007, and it was originally just an account used for testing different Roblox features. However, its creator, Shedletsky, would mention it many times in his blogs where he talked about the game. Some of them would even end up on the news, which is probably the biggest reason why 1 times 1 times 1 times 1's lore is nothing like we've ever seen before on Roblox. At the time, Roblox was just a small platform with only a couple of hundred players per game. However, nothing really adds up yet, as 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 was just a random Roblox account that didn't have to do anything with hacks. And that's where another admin, known as Mr. Doombringer, decided to explain the whole 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 story in 2011, where he mentioned that Shedletsky once stated in one of his blogs that there was an evil called 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which explained why many people at the time believed he was a hacker in the first place. However, there is a lot more to this story, as it still doesn't make any sense. It all started when Mr. Doombringer joined a random player who found an exploit in the game where he would make heads fall from the sky with the creepy text saying, "He is coming back," referring to 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. And as expected, Doombringer quickly fixed the bug, but since Roblox was pretty new at the time, there were many exploits in the game, and many people would find a way to use them, scaring other players, and strangely, everyone believed it was 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 doing all of that. Since then, the original account has been deleted from the Roblox platform, marking the end of one of the biggest Roblox myths of all time, as 1 times 1 times 1x1x1 was never actually a hacker in the first place. And since Roblox was made in 2006, it's safe to say that 1x1x1x1 is probably the first myth in Roblox. But to make things even crazier, there is another hacker with an even bigger lore than 1x1x1x1 and Jenna together. John Doe. John Doe was the second account on Roblox ever, originally made by two Roblox founders, David Baszucki and Eric Cassell. There are some videos that are over 10 years old, trying to figure out who John Doe actually is, as many believed he was a hacker in the first place. This would get even worse when another huge Roblox creator made a video in 2017 talking about John Doe hacking everyone on March 18th.
Today's date is March the 18th. Why is that a problem? Well, literally hundreds and thousands of you have been tweeting and filling my YouTube comments with "Don't play Roblox" on March the 18th.
As shown in Dan TDM's video, John Doe's profile had over 92,000 followers at the time, and for 2017, that was really impressive. This explains why so many huge creators decided to make a video about this situation, where they tried to find an answer as to who John Doe actually is.
You've probably heard of the legends. The legends of the famous Roblox hacker called John Doe, his accomplice Miss Jane Doe, and of course the date, March 18th, 2017.
And as Creekcraft mentioned, there was also another account called Jane Doe, which was supposed to be John Doe's accomplice, making things even scarier for the whole Roblox community, as they believed that there would be two hackers who would hack every single Roblox profile at the time. But none of these answers are questioned. What actually happened on March 18th? Well, as expected, this was just a rumor, and nobody got hacked in the end. However, many developers made games about John Doe, with some games even putting him in the game picture. Many YouTubers also hopped on the trend, gathering millions of views as people wanted to hear the whole story. To show you how big the John Doe incident actually got on the 21st of March, just 3 days after the 18th, Roblox decided to address everything in a blog post to clear out all of the misinformation. They stated that both John Doe and Jane Doe were two test accounts made by Roblox creators David Baszucki and Eric Cassell for testing games and features, and that they had nothing to do with any hacks in the first place. Some players were disappointed in this as they felt tricked, but most were just happy in the end, as they never got hacked and could continue playing games with their friends. But even though John Doe was actually just a myth and not an actual hacker, the same can't be said for one of the biggest Roblox hackers of all time, who had a whole group of people helping him in the process. Cool Kid. The official Cool Kid account was made on November 3rd, 2013, when the most popular Roblox games were Work at a Pizza Place and Natural Disasters. Both of them are still big to this day, but nothing close to their peak. And as I said before, Cool Kid account was made by a whole group of people who found an exploit in Roblox that let them destroy games. The first game they hacked was Work at a Pizza Place, where they took down all of the servers and placed a bunch of Cool Kid avatars around the map with a message to join the Cool Kid team. However, this wouldn't be the only game that they would destroy with their exploit, as another huge game at the time, Prison Life, got hacked by the same group. They also destroyed Natural Disaster, but it seemed like their favorite game to hack was Work at a Pizza Place, as they hacked it a couple of times. But this leaves us with a question. How did they actually pull this off? At the time of these hacks, it was 2014, and Roblox wasn't as secure as it is today, letting the Cool Kid team use a simple exploit with a window pop-up where they could destroy the whole game, from making every building collapse to killing, or even worse, banning all of the players in the server. Eventually, Roblox caught them, causing Cool Kid to get banned from the Roblox platform along with all of his alt accounts. Roblox also fixed all of the exploits that the Cool Kid group was using, making sure that this would never be done again. But compared to the next hacker on this list, Cool Kid Group was nothing. Night Watcher. Nightwatcher is a Roblox hacker who took the internet by storm in late 2022, appearing on almost every Roblox TikTok account, with some videos of him gaining millions of views.
There is a new Roblox hacker. His name is Nightwatcher. He comes out every Sunday at 7 p.m. and he's very dangerous.
In the video, creator talked about the hacker incident with her brother, where he stared at him for too long, and now he's not with us anymore. From the comment section, we can see that there are many people with similar stories or incidents with this Nightwatcher. It came to the point where he even captured Creekcraft's attention, but sadly, compared to others on this list, this would be the last time we heard from him. And for the last hacker on this list, we saved one of the biggest and most dangerous Roblox hackers of all time, better known as Guest666. The official Guest666 account was made in September 2008 by Roblox, along with other guests. All the way back in 2008, players could play Roblox without ever making an official account by signing up as a guest. This would allow new players to experience the game. However, these guest accounts didn't have all of the features, as they couldn't use or read the chat in the game, nor have custom avatars. However, what makes Guest666 different is that many people thought he was a real hacker who was evil, and compared to other guests, it was believed that Guest666 would have custom admin commands that would allow him to destroy any server or ban everyone he wanted. He was also able to see and read the chat, unlike any other guest account. However, what made Guest666 so famous in the first place was a popular series from a fellow creator, Oblivious HD, who made 2 videos on him, which both gathered an impressive amount of views.
You're gonna get into this car, and no one's gonna hear a thing, okay?
However, sadly, the Guest666 myth wouldn't last for too long, as the whole guest feature was completely removed by Roblox just a couple of months after Oblivious HD posted a part 2 animation of him, and since then, we have never heard from him again. As you could see, the last real Roblox hacker on this list was from 2023. I mean, let's be honest, the only reason you clicked this video was nostalgia, because deep down, we all miss those crazy times when Roblox felt mysterious, unpredictable, and even a little scary. But maybe that's what made it special in the first place.